welcome to Consultant's Corner. I'm Rebecca Brizi. This is my corner. I am a consultant. So often, getting started is the hardest thing. It's the first step that is the most challenging. The reason for that is that we try to make the first step the only step, and that is overwhelming. It's one of the things that I see regularly with my clients. You have to do a thing, and the thing is overwhelming because you're treating it as a single thing. Whatever that thing is, writing that report, getting that client, building that website, dealing with that product upgrade. Complete that list with all those various things that you have to do in your work. What is counterintuitive about dealing with a thing is that the more steps you attribute to the thing, the less challenging it is. Yes, more steps means less work. A project isn't one thing. A project is many, many, many things. And the more things there are in that project, the easier the project actually is to handle and complete. Example, writing a blog post. If what is on your to-do list is simply write blog post, then yes, getting started can be difficult. Where do you start? The first sentence? Do you start with the title? Are you putting pen to paper right away and writing out the whole blog post? How do you develop the idea? How do you edit? How do you proofread? Are you doing all that while you're composing it? Because remember, it's only one thing, so everything has to happen at once. The creation of the idea, the composition, the review, improving what you have on paper. Yeah, it's a lot. Writing a blog post is not one step. Write blog post. Writing a blog post is many, many steps. It is coming up with the core idea for that one blog post. It is assembling the talking points that you want to get across in that blog post. It is putting those talking points into the correct order for that blog post. Then it is developing an outline for that blog post. Then it is inserting more information for introduction and conclusion of that blog post. Then it is the composition for the first draft of that blog post. Then it is editing that blog post. Then it is probably editing it again once or twice. Then it is proofreading that blog post. Then it is finalizing the title for that blog post. Then it is whatever additional quality assurance step you have for your blog posts. Then it's probably uploading the blog post to your content management system. It's probably finding images for the blog post. It's adding any keywords or SEO for the blog post. Then it's scheduling the blog post. That is the list of tasks that should appear in order to achieve the project of writing a blog post. Because none of those is actually difficult to do in of itself. When you're confronted with write blog post, it's hard to know where to start. But when you're confronted with what is the core idea of this blog post, well, that's much easier. It doesn't take as long. You know, because that's why you're writing the blog post to begin with, and all you're doing is putting it on paper and taking it out of your head. And then all you have to do is assemble talking points around that core idea. Well, you know that too. Again, that's why you're writing the blog post to begin with. So jot them down, just put them all in a list. Don't worry about the order, don't worry about the language, none of that yet. Then it's reordering them so that they are in the correct order. That is a separate step. You don't have to do that at the same time as you are simply collecting those talking points or ideas. You see how if writing the blog post is only one thing, you're not giving yourself the opportunity to prepare and to outline and to edit and to proofread. You're just trying to write a blog post. Next time you look at your task list for the day and feel somewhat overwhelmed by it, then consider whether the one thing on your task list is actually 12 different things, and do one individual step at a time, because each one of those individual steps is not difficult to achieve and it's not intimidating. Give order to the chaos in your working life by adding more steps rather than fewer. It works. And whatever is going on to your task list for next week, don't forget to check back in here same day for our next video. See you then. Bye now.